Mathematica 8 introduces a whole new way to compute. Instead of using Mathematica's high-level programming language, or specialized graphic user interfaces, you can now also control it using FreeForm linguistic input. Just select FreeForm input from the new Input Choice tab and type the question the way you would say it. Or you can just start your input with an equals. Don't worry about the command names or exact notation. The linguistic engine of WolframAlpha will try and figure out what you meant. And where possible, it'll show you the Mathematica language command that would have achieved the same thing. Often it will suggest additional related calculations. For example, here are some useful visualizations. And if you click on the suggested Mathematica commands, they'll replace your linguistic input. The programming language and FreeForm linguistic input work happily together, so if you're partway through a program and you can't quite remember the right command, hit Control equals and just say it roughly and let Mathematica figure out the rest. The arrows here lets you hide the original input or the Mathematica interpretation, and choosing this one lets you choose between alternative assumptions and interpretations. Just as with the formal programming language, linguistic input lets you build up calculations. So for example, let's add a blue frame to that plot, and perhaps some grid lines. Linguistic input gives you access to all of WolframAlpha's knowledge directly from within Mathematica. Here I'm going to type a double equals to tell it that I want to know everything about this mortgage calculation. You can also tap into WolframAlpha's vast data sources. So for example, let's look at some information on livestock population in the United Kingdom. WolframAlpha data and calculations are also accessible through the Mathematica language. You can find the right command that you need to access the data by clicking on the result of a linguistic query. So for example here, instead of a plot, I'm going to ask for the raw computable data. So, whether you need a little help getting started with Mathematica, or want the quick convenience of drive-by answers, there's now a new way to use Mathematica. A way that gives you direct access to the knowledge and data of WolframAlpha, a way that smoothly integrates with the whole of the Mathematica workflow. FreeForm linguistic input.